What's happening, everyone? Hope that everyone's off to a very blessed start to your week. Well, I'm your host, Zach SchuZ Shoemaker, and I'm at my home in Garrett, Arizona. And today is a very, very special episode that you'll get to hear from all three of the West Virginia 2020 and 2021 commits, as Isaiah Cottrell, Taj Thweatt, and Seth Wilson all come on to discuss their commitments. Now, I've got two of the special commitment episodes coming on this week and the start of the Compton Magic series involving some of their top players starting next week. So make sure to go stay up to date by following me at Zach Shoemaker on Twitter and Instagram. That being said, let's hop right in. I'm blessed to be able to welcome the number 62 ranked player in the country, the number 2 ranked player from Nevada, a 4-star player in the class of 2020, a top 10 ranked power forward who led Dream Vision this year, along with one of the top players from Huntington Prep, who is now transferred there to help lead them as well. And of course, West Virginia commit Isaiah Cottrell. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. So just jump right into it. I mean, you're going to be able to play at West Virginia. You decided to commit there. What went into that? Like, why did you decide to choose them?
It just felt right in my heart. Big family decision, and it just felt like home. So I decided to make the move.
No doubt. I mean, obviously, you were kind of one of the early guys to commit and all. But I mean, I think definitely, West Virginia is a top program. You've seen what they can do recently. I think it's gonna be obviously a great fit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The coaching over there is great. Bob Huggins, he's a legend. He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. We're gonna have a great year. Gonna have great years to come. So I'm very excited.
Especially when you guys go in there. I mean, I think you guys are going to be a top team. I mean, there kind of been a little bit of rebuilding since they lost Javion Carter and a couple of guys in recent years. But I mean, they got a lot of young players, including you, of course, and Taj and all that's going to come over. It's going to help lead them.
Right. Yeah, I'm very excited. It's gonna be a great year, especially.
No doubt. So, are there other schools you're considering, or was West Virginia just above everyone else?
It was really between West Virginia and Kansas. But
Mm-hmm.
in the end, I just felt the most comfortable in West Virginia. They've been recruiting me the hardest. They're really shown that they believe in me the most, and that they made all the extra effort, to come out to games and to show me a lot of love. So I decided to just go with them and trust them with the process.
Mm-hmm. So, when did West Virginia start or officially start kind of recruiting you and start showing up to a lot of your games?
They started recruiting me sophomore year.
Wow.
In the middle of high school season, and then they just kept consistently coming and consistently calling me, and they made a really big impression on me. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a big point for me.
That's awesome. So what were some of the aspects you liked about Kansas, or were you considering them, or why were they number 2 in your book?
I really love their facilities. I just love the legacy, that they have on college basketball, and how much history they have there. And then, the coaching staff, I really vibed with them. I really liked what they were doing. And they also showed me a lot of love, but yeah, they were really close contender for sure.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. So was there one thing that when you were looking at you were really wanting to see from a college, rather it be the team success, talent, facility, an atmosphere? What was something that really attracted you to West Virginia that way?
Their practice facility is one of, if not the best in the country. Their fans are incredible. They're diehard fans. Coaching, obviously, like I said before, a really big part in my decision. And then just whatever felt, right for me and my family, and just felt the best. So.
No doubt. I think that's always the key thing, especially engaging and involving your family to make sure you are going to the right place.
Right.
How far away from their official commitment did you know that they were the place you're going to be attending?
It was, right after my official visit, I really felt good with making that decision. That was my first time. That was back junior year, September.
Mm-hmm.
But then, then I went to a lot of other officials, and I was still thinking about, West Virginia, and then I just, ever since then, I was like, yeah, this is definitely the move I want to make, and I want to commit early.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I mean, obviously, I think it really doesn't really. It kind of matters whatever it feels right for you. I mean, some guys could go right up to a couple weeks before the season even starts, and there's some guys that
Right.
do early or whatever. But it's just when you know it's the right place, that's obviously the right place, and you just want to get it done with.
Right. Right.
hmm So when you first officially made it and you kind of got it off your chest, was there kind of a sense of like relief and excitement, or was it just kind of the same feeling? You never really had that pressure or anything when you were before you commit.
No, it was a very big stress reliever.
hmm
I did it at the NBA camp, so there's hundreds of college coaches, there are hundreds of NBA scouts, all that, and getting that decision out the way, playing in front of all those people, it really eased it. All I had to do, I just got to play for my coach. I don't have to play for all these other guys, and especially when practices come, this week and the next few weeks, a lot of college coaches can come to your practices and all that, and I don't have to worry about it. So.
hmm
It was a big stress reliever, and it made me very comfortable with my decision. So,
Yeah, I mean, I honestly never thought about it that way. I mean, because it is a big thing, especially when you're a top player. I mean, you're going to camps throughout the year, then obviously your high school season, your club season. So, I mean, being able to get that out of the way where you don't have that pressure anymore in that terms is obviously key.
all right, yeah,
hmm
exactly.
So, have you talked a lot, or have you talked to any much with Taj and and Seth and some of the guys that's gonna be coming over to West Virginia with you?
I haven't really talked to Taj, but I've talked to Seth a lot. He was there. He was on a visit when I was on a visit 2 weeks ago. And we were
Okay.
hanging out. We were real cool with each other. That's my guy. So,
hmm
um, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be talking to Taj a lot more too.
That's awesome. So, is there any other guys you kind of know about that West Virginia's trying to look at, or is the commitment for your class pretty much done?
There's only one. There's two guys right now that I know that are on my team. They're trying to
hmm
look at one kid named Senny. He's going to be up there this weekend with me. Um, he's going to be on it's an unofficial, see what it's like out there, and I'm gonna show him around. And then and Jamin Brakefield. Um,
hmm
I'm really trying to get him, but he's playing around me, so I'm trying to trying to see if he's going.
The perfect player for especially college basketball. So, if
Right,
you guys can add him, that'll be a huge addition.
right. That's what I was
hmm
thinking too. And we're gonna be playing together all season, so let's see how
hmm
we play together and all that stuff. Yeah.
For sure. So, when you first get a step foot on a college court, what are you the most excited about?
I'm just really excited for the atmosphere of the game and the change of how the game is from high school to college. You know, um, it's going to be a lot more live. It's going to be every game's going to be on TV, um, and it's going to be kind of like living the dream. You see all these college games and you see how all these players, and then you're like, wow, that's me. I'm doing that right now, and there's another kid watching me thinking the same exact thing. So I'm
hmm
very excited for that.
Absolutely. I think being able to be a part of an environment like Dream Vision, all you've had a good atmosphere, obviously, for a lot of games, having a lot of guys with
Right.
high presence and all, but
Yeah,
nothing will
exactly.
beat that official time when you get it. I mean, that honestly, that's every kid's dream that loves basketball or football, whatever it is, to
Oh
play
yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
basketball at college, and then obviously eventually the pros. But right now, it's just being able to just have that feeling like you've done it officially will be obviously a moment you're never going to forget about.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
hmm So talking about Dream Vision, so why'd you originally decide to go play for them?
They just, I was, they just felt best for me. I really loved what the coaches were saying. I really liked, they wanted to give me a lot of freedom, you know, while I was there, and a lot of the players, hit me up trying to get me there as well. So,
hmm
but I really like the players. I had a good connection with all of them. I'm really cool with all of them. It was like my brothers. So,
That's one of the things that all the coaches talks about and really stressed about that. I mean, you guys all were super close. I mean, no matter, I mean, so many guys were from different areas of the West Coast, especially, but all you guys were
right,
able to connect and put together, obviously, one of the top club teams in all the country.
right, yeah.
hmm So, were there any other club teams you were considering?
Um, there were some UIBL teams, but um, I just felt most comfortable with Dream Vision. You know, I felt it just felt right in my heart, like I said before. The college decision. It just felt best for me. So, you
hmm So, was there something this summer that you really focused on, or Dream Vision kind of helped you with working your game to prepare you for your senior year?
I think they just really helped prepare me mentally. With not just like the social media stuff and the, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the points or whatever. It was really just the hustling and doing the little things that really count. Like rebounding and blocking shots and being a good leader and talking and all the little intangibles that you need to do and to have as a player or to be great as a player. So.
Absolutely. I think like the part you kind of talked about there, I mean, obviously Dream Vision is a great program, so you guys get the media, but at the same
Right.
time, it's like to focus on obviously academics and basketball first and foremost. I mean, it's going to be able to allow so much more because followers in high school, it's great and cool and all, and if you have that, don't get it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
it's not necessarily going to get you a paycheck right now. I mean, even if it won't get you to college just because of followers. I mean, once you're in the NBA is when it all is able to come together. Playing professional anywhere, you can get the followers, the fame, and of course the money as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like all this, now it doesn't even matter until unless you're signing a contract and
Mhm.
your grandkids are taken care of. So
Mhm.
um, that's what I was exactly thinking. So.
Mhm. Absolutely. So, but you do still have obviously a platform, and you're one of the top players in the country. So, talk about like when you play a game, does that bring any kind of pressure, or does it bring motivation to you, or what kind of does it bring along with being one of the top players in the country?
I have a lot of motivation, now, because I'm not where, on the rankings as I would want to be.
Mhm.
Rankings don't really matter to me like that, but, it matters to, almost everybody out there. So, but, uh, it doesn't really, add any pressure to me. I know who I am. I know what kind of player I am. But, it definitely is motivating, for anybody that's in front of me to, go at them and prove to people, or at least prove to that person that I am better than them. So
Yeah, that's the key part right there. Just making sure, I mean, you know who you are, and that's the end of the day, that's what's most important. Obviously, West Virginia and them and all that, they know what they want from you, and you obviously got that done. But I mean,
right,
for the rankings, it's mostly just for media people to be able to look at and for fans to be able to talk about and have fun with. But at the end of the day, once again, NBA GMs and all that, they're not basing their mock drafts off of who was ranked in high school. I mean, it all just comes down to who
exactly,
they see with talent. That's at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
right, right.
You did decide to make a big transfer this year. So talk about your decision to go transfer to Huntington Prep.
It was a big family decision, and also, it's gonna helps me prepare for, going to my college. I'm 2 hours away. I'm going up there, tomorrow. It's like 2 hours away. It's right there. I'm always able to be with Huggins and my teammates and the coaching staff, and I'm able to really form a good bond with them before I come up here next year. And I think that's just gonna make my freshman year there so much easier, and the transition so much easier than it would be if I was all the way on the West Coast. And those are my guys back there at Gorman. Those are my brothers, and I don't, you know, it was nothing. It had nothing to do with Gorman or anything like that. They're always great to me. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it was just a personal decision, a family decision to do that. So.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Bishop Gorman, though. So why did you originally decide to go attend there?
Um, I just heard they're a great basketball school. And personally, I didn't really. Funny, I didn't really know about Bishop Gorman when I was in eighth grade. I lived
Mm-hmm.
in Vegas since I was in like fourth grade. I I was playing basketball, whatever, and then my mom just said, "Hey, you're going to Gorman." I was like, "Oh, dope!" And I didn't even know what Gorman looked like until I arrived on campus the first day. So I didn't even know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Wow.
crazy,
So
but
obviously, like I said, though, I mean, you had a huge career there. You were able to win three state championships. I mean, that's something that not many people can even get to win one, but to be able to win three, what was that experience like?
it was a great experience. I think when I won my first one, um, I really just really instilled in me, like how important winning is,
Mm-hmm.
because I was a freshman, I didn't get as much play time as I would, as now. So just seeing those guys, put everything out there on the court, and it just like sparked something in me, to keep on winning and winning with my guys. So, um, but it is an amazing accomplishment, and it's great to be able to share it with all those guys and be a part of that legacy at Gorman.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that's something that really people take for granted in terms of when they look at people. 'Cause I think a lot of people look at it like it's just high school, winning and losing doesn't really matter. I
Right.
mean, it theoretically, no. That is that once again the reason why you'll get drafted? Probably not. But it
No.
instills another part of you, like wanting to win, knowing how to win, and that translates to every level. To want to make sure you win, you know what it takes to win.
Right. Exactly.
hmm
Exactly.
So another amazing opportunity you had was to be able to go play in the Geico Nationals last year. Talk about that experience and what you took away from it.
That was an amazing experience, really. You know, we weren't we were already before McEachern dropped out. We didn't know if we were going. We had no idea. So we thought our season was done. You know what I mean? We thought we were ready to take the week off. Relax, and then
hmm
we get a call. Coach Rice gets a call and says, "Oh guys, we're going to Geico." And we're like, we're all getting in the gym, shooting. We're all ready to go. We're like, oh man, we're ready to go. So we, so we, but like the whole atmosphere of that place was crazy, and just being able to be on TV and being able to have another ESPN game was really good for us. And it was a great game. We should have won it, but that's how it happens. So I'm expecting to go there again this year and really make up for what we did last year. So
hmm I mean, Geico definitely is something that a lot of high school people that at least have the opportunity to potentially contend for it is a dream. I mean, it's the top teams in all the country, and you get to play, like you said, you get to play on ESPN. It's a huge atmosphere there. It's on national television, so everyone kind of gets to look up to you and watch, and it's always the top players in the country playing.
right, yeah, it's crazy. It's super crazy.
hmm So then you talk about that kind of being what you want to do at Huntington Prep. So is that like the biggest goal and expectation for you guys this year, or is there other stuff you guys want to accomplish as a team?
Uh, we just want to we just want to go undefeated, man. Really, Geico National is the end goal, but
hmm
uh, but we just need to win everything. We have probably one of the hardest schedules in the country, if not the. We have about 45 games, depending on how long Geico will be. So
hmm
45 to maybe 50, and
Wow.
every game is we're traveling. There's not really any home games. So every game is at least 2 hours away. We're traveling almost every day, every 2 days, and it's crazy. State to state, New York, Florida, you know, Ohio, Kentucky, um,
hmm
4 hours away in different areas of West Virginia. It's insane. So, but it's definitely going to be it's definitely a big goal of ours though to win Geico for sure.
Most definitely. I think that's something that's gonna be awesome, especially to prepare you for getting ready to go to West Virginia. Because I mean, this will even probably be harder than West Virginia in terms of schedule, but still the same
hmm
concept of traveling a lot and playing against top teams a lot.
Right. It'll definitely get me prepared for that and be able to adjust to different time zones and different acclimations and all that stuff.
hmm So when you step on a court, is there something that you pride yourself in, or one part of your game that you really know is your strong suit?
Um, I just pride myself in my versatility. I know you know most of the time when especially a big man guards me, he's gonna have to pick and choose whether he wants to get all in me and try to you know make me go to the basket, or he's gonna back up off me and let me shoot. There's so many things that I'm able to do, and I know I can do it. So that's why I really pride myself in just being patient, and just letting the game come to me.
hmm I think that definitely shows. I mean, you're definitely a modern day stretch forward, big man kind of guy. I mean, you can run power forward, center, you maybe some small forward, but you're just able to go and run a lot of things. It's like a lot, like I said, a lot of modern day players. I mean, is there one player that really stands out to you in terms of who you model your game after?
I like to watch a lot of Anthony Davis,
Mm-hmm.
also a lot of LaMarcus Aldridge too, and a little bit of Carmelo too. Also, post game and
Mm-hmm.
his face up game is really is incredible. So
Mm-hmm. I mean, I really like that LaMarcus Aldridge comparison. I mean, that could easily be. I mean, that he's kind of got that dominant mid-range it kind of game, but he can also step out and shoot. And then down low, he's still a monster down there as well.
right, yeah, he's incredible. So,
Absolutely. So why did you first originally start playing the game of basketball, and how did you first kind of get your love and passion for the game?
It's funny. I didn't start playing. I didn't start playing like really competitively. Like EYBL, like good players, until about eighth grade. But um, but I started playing in sixth grade. But I heard like one of my friends or like this girl say like, oh, I'm like playing AAU and all that, and I was like, what's AAU? And she was like, oh, it's like travel around. We play basketball, and like I went to my mom like, oh, I gotta play. So she signs me up in like the end of fifth grade, and I started training and I'm working out, and I was like a little pudgy, like tall, you know, sixth grader. So I'm like working, I'm dying, like, but then I'm losing weight, and then I'm getting like skinnier and like some more slim, and then I'm starting to love it. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get better. I'm starting to be able to, play against some kids. So then I just really fell in love with it, and then I just kept improving, and then I finally started playing against like good competition at eighth grade, and that really like shocked me because I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't
Hmm.
ready for it, but then I got more confident, stronger, better, and then media started picking up, and writers and rankers or whatever, they started getting in contact with me and started putting my name out there. So, um, but yeah, that's really how I started. Just because I heard somebody say AAU and I liked it.
Hmm. I think that's always like one of the unique things about everyone. I mean, there's so many different things of why someone decides to start playing. I mean, very rarely is it just simply they kind of started playing when they're super little. I mean, it's always different, interesting stories, and the way God develops everyone to be able to until they reach the point that at the best
Right,
point is always something special and unique.
right, exactly.
Hmm. So do you kind of have a group of guys that you ever talk to, you maybe consider like teaming up with either at West Virginia at some point or maybe someday in the pros?
Um, I try, we try to, but then a lot of guys, they just end up, going where they really want to.
Hmm.
I tried to, I tried to with Kyrie, but he's, I don't know. I don't know what he's about to do. I really don't know what he's about to do. So, um, and then, I'm trying to with Jamin. I already talked to Jalen Bridges that just committed there.
Hmm.
And then, it ended up happening. So that's good. But, I'm definitely trying with Jamin, but I'm trying to see, what he decides. He's not
Hmm.
telling me, so I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So who would you say in your life has been your biggest role model?
Biggest role model, definitely my mother. She's always been there, for me. She's a single mother, so she's done everything, for me. Um, she was there when things were, hard. She was there when things were great. She's always been there for me. She'll do anything for me. She'll die for me. So, uh, she showed me, how to, be able to be my own man and do things on my own. So, without a father figure, so she really done a lot for me. So I really, she's definitely my role model.
That's awesome. I mean, definitely mom's always the kind of the glue in everyone's lives. I mean, they always are kind of the peacemaker, but they also can always drive you to make the best decisions and put you in places that they believe is right, which usually is right, if not always right, which is always awesome to have.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's great.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, I would like to finish up talking about God and faith since it's definitely important in my life. So how would you say throughout your career and to getting you to this point, God's helped you?
I think God's put me in a lot of um, great situations. I'm not the most religious, person. I don't always go to church. I don't always do these things, but I definitely, I believe in God, and I do believe that He's put a lot of things, in front of me, and a lot of things, you know, um, put me a lot of like different areas where I can, really show people who I am and show people, what I can do, and uh, you know, uh, you know, really build a platform for me so that I
Hmm.
can, be successful and be able to take care of my family and take care of other people, that, you know, that need me and need help.
Hmm. No doubt. I mean, God always has his intricate ways and different ways of making us realize and find our paths and all. But once, like I said, once we find that, it's something always that's special that you always are glad to be there.
Right? Yeah, it's incredible.
Hmm. Well, it's definitely been great having you on. I appreciate you being able to come on today. I can't wait to see what you'll be able to do at your final year in your senior year at Huntington Prep. Best of luck, and obviously what you end up being able to do at West Virginia.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you a lot, man.
All
Seriously.
right, no problem. God bless.
All right. God bless, man.
Stay right there. I wouldn't want to miss what's coming up next, as you're going to get to hear from the other 2020 commit and Taj Thweatt. He's going to discuss his AAU season, his upcoming high school season, why he commit to West Virginia, and so much more. Trust me, stay right there. You're not going to miss it. I'm excited to be able to welcome one of the rising members of the 2020 recruiting class, a top 10 player from New Jersey, a top 60 forward in the nation, a three-star who's helped lead Team Rio in the unnumbered circuit this summer, and a leader of Wildwood Catholic who's recently committed to West Virginia to join Isaiah Cottrell next season. Taj Thweatt. Let's just jump right in. How's it feeling? What's it like to be officially known that you're going to go to West Virginia?
It feels great. Now knowing that I committed, I feel good. A lot of stress is off of me, so I'm cool.
Just being able to go out there now and know that you're going to be going there. You know that you're going to be able to play at the next level, and you can just worry about playing high school and getting done what you want to get done this year.
Yeah, that's going to be the main focus.
Why did you decide to go commit to West Virginia?
Because the atmosphere is crazy. As soon as I got there, it just felt like the place to be at. Everyone's cool. The teammates are cool. The staff.
Was there anything that kind of separated West Virginia from the other schools?
It's the Big 12. I want to play at the highest level I can. I just felt comfortable playing there. So.
Was West Virginia by far the favorite, or was there someone else that was pretty close?
West Virginia, Temple, pretty much were the top two.
So what were some of the things you liked about Temple?
Temple was great. They were there from the start, recruiting wise. They're great people, and it's just too close to home. I want it to be far.
For someone, like you, that has obviously the potential to be able to play at the next level, even past college. Definitely being able to get used to having family, of course, but still being able to live on your own and go through a whole different kind of lifestyle. When did you originally know that West Virginia was the school you wanted to attend?
Well, they came in the middle of this AAU season, and once I just knew they started liking me, I just I kind of liked them, and it just happened from there. And then I went to visit, and it was crazy.
I think definitely Huggins has a great program he's building there. He's been great for a while. Obviously they kind of had a little bit of rebuilding year last year, losing Javion Carter and some guys. But definitely having you, Isaiah, and a lot of guys start coming back is going to be something key.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So then back a little while ago, you said that Kansas was originally a dream offer. So if they offered you, would anything have changed, or would you maybe have reopened your decision?
No, I wouldn't. Because I feel comfortable playing with West Virginia now, and that's my focus right now.
Do you know anyone else that West Virginia is trying to add to their recruiting class?
The recruiting class right now is me, Jalen Bridges, and Isaiah. They're looking for a center. That's
going to be a great young core. Obviously, the next year is bringing in Seth. So have you guys kind of ever talked yet to Seth or Jalen, Isaiah?
I talked to Isaiah, talked to Jalen, just trying to get cool with everybody.
I can always have a different path set up where you possibly do go one and done or something, but the odds are you're going to be there for at least 1 or 2 years. And being able to play together and create a chemistry, that's a group of obviously Seth, you, Jalen, and Isaiah. It's going to be a really unstoppable kind of group.
Yes, it is.
So when you go out and play this upcoming season, knowing that you're one of the top players in New Jersey and you're one of the top players in the country, what kind of stuff does that bring along with it?
It brings. You could take it all you wanted, but I take it as motivation because I always want to get better.
Why did you originally decide to start playing basketball?
Really 8th grade, because I always wanted to try out, but I was scared, so it was just more of a self-confidence problem.
God has so many different key paths and plans for everyone that you never really know what his timing is. For you, especially, and a lot of people talk about them, you have the potential to be special. You have all the attributes, the length, the height, and all. So, only playing for 4 years now, who knows what could happen, especially if you stay for 4 more years at West Virginia. that's a lot of time to develop. What are you the most excited for about playing college basketball?
I'm excited for just the next level.
What's something that West Virginia fans can expect to see from you?
I like to dunk a lot. I'm more of a slasher. A lot of bobs, alley-oops. I can shoot.
I think it's definitely one of those modern day kind of stretch forwards too, where you kind of can just run the court and they can put you wherever they want because you can definitely be effective. Why did you decide to go play with Team Rio this year?
I decided to play with them because I wanted to play with New Jersey players, but it was more of a just me, more of a traveling issue, and I just felt Rio at
Mm,
the end of the day was better. So, and it
absolutely.
worked out great.
So how would you say your season went as a team and how you performed?
Well, we struggled in the beginning. We lost some people, we gained some people, but towards the end, we did good. And I
Hmm.
think I played good.
What's one thing you've really worked on preparing for this upcoming season?
I've been working on ball handling and a lot of shots up.
Talk about some of the guys that also help contribute to your team this year.
Richie Reeves, Miles Ruth, Trey Patterson, Mikkel, Quill. We had a great staff.
You're gearing up for a high school year, your senior year. So why did you originally decide to go attend Wildwood Catholic?
I attended there because it was a great program at the time, and I knew that Wildwood Catholic was going to get me where I needed to be,
Hmm.
and it just worked out good.
Who would you say is going to help lead the team alongside you this year?
Jalo White
Hmm.
and Jacob Hoppin, Deshaun Lopez, Martin, David Gardner, a couple of people, but mostly me and Jalo White.
Do you have any personal goals for yourself for this upcoming season?
Really much just win game by game. We want to win the TOC this year. That's what we're going after.
No doubt. Who in your life would you say has been your biggest role model?
Really, my brother.
Brothers always have a super tight bond where they can pretty much
Mm-hmm.
unbreakable.
Yeah.
So I would like to wrap up before I let you go with just talking about God, and he's obviously a big part of my life. So how would you say in your life he's helped you out the most?
I pray a lot. I try to go to church too. My grandma wants me to go to church. I've always grew up around like Christ and stuff because my grandma, she goes to church every Sunday.
Hmm.
So I try to put God in time.
Whenever you can have God there and just tune in with him, and he's obviously always got a super great path for us. Just when we can finally live it and see it, it's amazing.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming on today, my guy. I'm excited to see what you're able to do in your senior season, and obviously what you get done at West Virginia. Best of luck.
Thank you.
No problem. God bless. All right, so I got you guys covered in terms of next West Virginia season. But how about in 2 years? Well, you're not going to miss hearing from one of the only 2021 commits, as he's now committed to go play for West Virginia. Also, he's made a big transfer to a new high school and returning home. You're not going to miss hearing what Seth Wilson has to say as he comes on and discuss so much in regards to his commitment, in regards to his high school season that's coming up soon, and of course, his AAU season. All that is coming up next. Stay right there, folks. You're not going to miss hearing from him. I'm excited to be able to welcome three-star guard, the number 8 ranked player in Ohio, a top 200 player in the country, Adidas Gauntlet Ohio Basketball Club star, a 2018 state champion, and the star that's decided now to return home and transfer to Lorain High School, and the first member of the West Virginia 2021 recruiting class, Seth Wilson. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. So you've kind of now had a couple weeks now to kind of digest, and you've been committed. So how's it feel now?
To commit, this early, it feels great. It feels like there's a weight lifted off of my shoulders, and it feels like I could just focus on, getting better, getting ready for college, and winning games for my high school.
For you to be able to go 2 years left of high school and everything comes along with you, you just get to go and play your game, and that's all you have to worry about.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't gotta press anymore or anything like that because I know where I'm going and I know what I'm getting myself into.
Why did you decide to commit to West Virginia?
I decided to commit to West Virginia because, Coach Huggins and his staff, they just presented a family atmosphere. The guys presented a family atmosphere, and it was something that I, really enjoyed. And going to West Virginia has always been a dream of mine. So, as soon as I got that opportunity, I wanted to take it.
Coach Huggins, known as being a great guard developer, I mean, you obviously look down the line of all the great point guards and shooting guards and all that's coming from them. So, I mean, be able to go into that, it's going to be a right system for you.
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of separated West Virginia from everyone else?
The family atmosphere that, was provided by Coach Huggins and the staff. The guys, they were a great group of guys. I honestly felt like, when I was around them that I could have got on the floor right there and played my heart out for those guys, And then West Virginia has always been a dream school of mine. So to go there and get that opportunity, I had to take it.
Something about West Virginia, whenever people watch them, you just see that everyone that plays for them wants to lay it all out on the court. I mean, everyone just works their hardest on defense, which obviously translates to offense.
Right.
Did you kind of rely a lot on family, friends, or who did you kind of rely on, or if anyone, for making a decision?
Obviously, to God for guidance at first, you know. That was obviously the first thing I did. But my mom, my dad, my little brother, my Uncle Paul, my Uncle Leo, my Uncle Daryl, and my grandfather and grandmother, you know, definitely played a big part in my decision on where I wanted to go to school because, you know, I wanted to be close enough to them where, you know, they could come watch me play, but, you know, far enough to where, you know, I kind of live on my own.
Like you said, I mean, you're still close, you can have a connection, but you still have like your own life to get to live.
Right.
Was West Virginia by far your favorite or someone kind of close to them?
Definitely my favorite school, but, you know, I had Bradley who was real strongly interested in me, and I had Ohio University as well, along with Penn State. I looked at all those schools, and I just decided, you know, that West Virginia was the best place for me.
When did you originally start to decide, like, you know, West Virginia is the right place for you? Was it right away, was it close to your commitment, or did you kind of decide a little bit in advance?
It was a couple weeks before my commitment when I decided I'm gonna go to West Virginia, and I'm gonna decide to go here play and, you know, give it my all for 4 years.
Well, what are you looking forward to be able to play alongside a guy like Isaiah and Taj?
I'm looking forward to just, you know, winning a lot of games, winning the Big 12 championship, you know, hopefully winning a national championship and just competing, building a friendship, you know, that'll probably last forever, you know, and just, you know, playing hard. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Have you got to talk to any of them yet?
Yeah, I haven't got to talk to Todd yet, but I got to talk to Isaiah because when I was down, he was down there too as well. So, you know, that's my guy. So that's why I got to meet him, talk to him too.
That's big time. So obviously, you guys are in different classes, like you said. I mean, you got a couple more years to you there. But who's some of the guys that, if you've heard of, that West Virginia's trying to pursue in your class?
I don't know exact names, but I know they're trying to get one more guard and a couple more bigs and a couple wings.
You guys definitely have a solid core already with obviously you, Todd, Isaiah, depending how long Jalen Bridges stays. I mean,
Right.
to add like another big man and some other guards to fill in around could be a really, really strong team.
Right, yeah.
And obviously, it's pretty early on. Obviously, you don't want to commit once again. But you guys are ranked the number 7 recruiting class. So talk about that and where you guys hope to build from there.
Having a number 7 recruiting class, you know, is definitely big. And, you know, to be a part of that is something special in my eyes as well. And we just want to go in and just win games. We want to win games, win championships. Because at the end of the day, we could be the number one. If we don't win anything, it's not going to mean anything. So the biggest thing is going to be winning games.
At the end of the day, that's why you play the game. I mean, to make it to the next level and win games. And that's how you make it to the next level majority of the time. And being able to get that down is going to be huge.
Right, yeah, definitely.
When you step on a court and you obviously know that you're coming in, being a ranked player, you're a top player in Ohio, what does that bring along with it? I mean, does it motivate you to still want to be ranked higher? Does it bring confidence? Does it put pressure? What does it kind of bring along with you?
To be honest, I think it brings along a little bit of everything, you know, because you obviously want to be higher, you know. Obviously, I want to be number 1 and everything like that. And then, you know, it motivates me to keep working. But at the same time, though, it does bring a bit of pressure, but I just don't worry about it, you know, because at the end of the day, everybody that I play against, we all put on our shoes the same way, you know. We all lace them up the same way, and, you know, we all got to go out there and play and compete, and that's all that matters.
Look at some of these teams, they don't always win just because they have the most talented player in the world. It's really about how hard you play and how well as a team you play.
Right.
What are you most excited for when you first get a step foot on the West Virginia court?
Playing with the guys, obviously, but, you know, being embraced by the fans they have, you know, because in my eyes, they have the best fans in the country. To be, embraced by that group of people, be embraced by that town, and be embraced by the state, really, you know, that's going to definitely be something I'm looking forward to.
Definitely West Virginia is one of the best. I mean, I think when you look at it, the Big 12 probably as a whole has some of the best fan groups in college. I mean, obviously you got Kansas, Iowa State's incredible, K-State, Baylor can bring a heck of a crowd. For the West Virginia fans, what can you expect them to see?
They can expect to see a guy who's going to play hard, lay it all out there, who just loves to win games, and a guy that's just going to try to help the team and help the program get to the next level and be as best as we could be.
You could easily be the next kind of like JBM Carter guy, like you said, lay it down all out on the court. I mean, that's kind of what he did. I think that's what Huggins is going to definitely be able to instill in anyone.
Right, yeah.
So let's jump in now. You had a big decision for high school, and now you're getting ready to gear up for your junior season. Let's talk about why you decided to transfer back home.
The reason I decided to transfer back home was because I was driving an hour to school every day. Just a lot on my family and everything like that. Along with, you know, wanting to be closer to all my family because all my family's in Lorain. So wanting to be closer to them as well definitely was the reason why I came back.
Obviously, you spent the freshman and sophomore year playing, but talk about your time, what you kind of gained from your experience at playing at St. Vincent Mary's.
What I gained was, definitely a different perspective on defense and, how to play the game the right way. I also learned, about time management, game management, and things like that while I was there as well.
I think you obviously got put into a bunch of great circumstances to be able to win, and obviously you're able to win your freshman year, and then you're able to take a good role and be star players out there. So I mean, definitely be able to get that experience was huge.
Yes, definitely. Playing alongside those guys, I definitely learned a lot.
What was that experience like, and what are some of the biggest moments you'll never forget from that state championship game?
Winning the state championship, is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it's definitely something that, nobody can ever take away from you because now you're part of history. And it was just a great feeling, to see that clock hit 0 during the fourth quarter, and to know that you have the higher score and know that you played your hardest, and to know that, you're the best team out there, the best team in the state, definitely means a lot.
Being able to play at a school that LeBron also attended, what was that experience like, and knowing that you're playing where one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player of all time, played?
It definitely brings a lot of prestige to you as well, because people, when you play people, that's definitely people's championship game because they want to be able to say they beat LeBron's school. So it brings a certain amount of prestige and pressure to it. But, when you're at, a school like that, you have the best resources and to succeed. And, so when you succeed and you just win games, everything goes out the window that people were saying. And, that pressure isn't anything to you anymore.
Now, obviously, you said you're coming in, transferring to Lorain. So talk about being able to come in and fill his shoes.
Take over, is definitely something, something special because I grew up in Lorain. So to come back home and, finish my high school career in front of everybody and be a main part of the team is definitely something special.
Who's some of the other guys that's going to help lead the team alongside you?
We have 3 seniors, Aaron Whitehead, Jordan Jackson, Deontay Benejan. We also have we have 4 juniors, Jameer Billings, Cam Thomas, Aiden Brown, Devontae Jackson, and Jacob Demas Lee, and we're all going to play a big part, in winning games this year. And we're all going to just play hard for each other and just give each other everything we got.
Going into this upcoming season, are there any personal goals that you really want to try attaining?
Personal goals, I just really, just want to be able to make an all-state, all-Ohio, something like that, all-district, small things. But the main goal is, to win a championship, obviously.
Just we're able to wrap up playing a club season. Talk about what it was like and why you decided to go play for Ohio Basketball Club.
I decided to go to play for Ohio Basketball Club because, I thought that the director, Mike Duncan, and my coach, Johnny Fadal, they definitely had a blueprint for me to succeed and be showcased and show my talent. And they could put me in the best situation to get looked at by schools and get to college.
That's big time. So what was one thing you really worked on throughout the AAU season to be able to improve on for your upcoming season?
The other thing I worked on was becoming a point guard, an actual point guard. A lot of people rate me as a combo, which is fine, but, I had to work on being the actual point guard part of being a combo as well, along with shooting the ball and becoming a better athlete.
That's awesome. So are there any moments that really stuck out to you that you're never going to forget?
Some moments that are really going to stick out to me is, this past year in AAU, because, I'm getting down to my last year, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm just starting to, really take it in and, relish in the moments that I'm never going to ever get back in life, along with, coming back to Lorain as well, being embraced by that city. And that's something I'm never going to be able to forget, along with my commitment as well. Because this is a big step in my life. I've been waiting for this moment since I was a little kid, and for it to finally happen, it's definitely something I feel really blessed about.
No doubt. I mean, God definitely has crazy paths and ways of timing and all that we never really truly understand or know what's going to be. But once we're able to continue to walk down his path, and once we keep seeing what the great things he has in store for us, it's something that you'll never be able to forget.
Definitely.
You look at, obviously, high school now, you see all these guys teaming up, college, NBA. So for you, is there anyone that you've kind of played alongside or friendships you've created from camps and teams that you look down the road and say maybe you would like to team up in college or in the pros?
Yeah, I have a couple people like that. Malachi Branham. You know, we played together on an AAU team for 4 years. You know, and that would be cool to team back up in college with him. There's so many more guys. I just don't want to forget anybody. But, you know, there's definitely guys out there that I'd want to, you know, play with again and, you know, definitely hopefully meet up in college with.
That's what's so great about all sports. You're able to, like, create so many friendships that are going to last the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Before I let you go, I'd like to finish up with 2 more questions. Just talking about who would you say would be your biggest role model?
My biggest role model would probably be my parents because, you know, they installed everything in me that I am today, especially my work ethic. You know, my parents, they get up, they go to work every day through rain, snow, sleet, hail, sick or not, you know, and that just showed me, like, no matter how bad you feel, you got to go do your job. And, you know, to me, basketball, it wouldn't be a job. I wouldn't call it a job, but I call it something that I really enjoy and that I know could take me very far. And, you know, with them installing that type of work ethic in me, it definitely helps me keep pushing because I know that no matter how bad I feel, I have to get up and I have to go to work and I have to go grind for them and, you know, to help our life be better.
People regard sports as athletes and all, but there's so much more. I mean, it truly instills in you so many things that make you people successful down the rest of the road. I mean, for you, you know that college is guaranteed, so you know you can be able to get a degree. And, I mean, honestly, if you have that blessing to be able to go play in the NBA, G League overseas, then you get to make that as a living. But if not, you have all the things set up and the resources to be able to go be successful in life.
Right, definitely.
Final thing, God and faith is always a big, important part of my life. So I just want to see in your life, how do you say God's helped you get to where you are today?
I wouldn't be where I am without him at all. You know, God definitely, you know, helped me along the way. He's still blessing me and still helping me as well. You know, I pray every day, I read every day, you know, because I know that this journey, I didn't do this journey alone. I definitely did it with him because I could have been anywhere, but, you know, God's got me where he wants me, and I'm just going to keep following his path and walking by faith.
God is, I mean, amazing. I mean, I honestly don't know how so many people, like, don't go through him and understand, like, just how much peace he can bring to you. Because obviously there's so many trials and tribulations, no matter how good your life could look or is. There always are minor things, even in the best of lives. I mean, just to be able to have him and comfort you and know that he's going to bring you down the best path, I mean, that's something that you can't really replace.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, it's really been great having you on today, bro. I'm excited to see what God's got in store for you in the future, in the coming years, obviously finishing up high school and then moving on to West Virginia. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, bro. God bless.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. Hope you guys all enjoyed hearing from West Virginia's commits. Now, like I said earlier, there's so much coming up this week, including a Wednesday and a Friday release with 2 schools. One is Xavier, one is San Diego State. Trust me, you're not going to miss hearing from all of them. It's going to be big time. The only way to find out what the release dates are and when they're released is to go follow me at Zach Shoemaker on Twitter and Instagram. Trust me, you're going to want to go do that, stay up to date on that, because following week, next week, you're going to start the Compton Magic series. I know everyone's been hyped up about that one. Mikey Williams, Evan Mobley, Jalen Clark, you got Dalen Terry, you got Dre Harris, you got everyone. Trust me, you're not going to miss hearing from all of them. So make sure to go follow me so you can stay up to date on that. Now, whatever platform you may be listening to my podcast, make sure to go subscribe, like, comment, spread the word, please. I enjoy and appreciate every last one of you guys. Now, that being said, SchuZ is out. Everyone go be the light of God, and God bless.